Hello, Jim Hodges here, the voice behind this unabridged recording of George Alfred Henty's The Dragon and the Raven, a tale of the days of King Alfred and the Viking invasion, which takes place in the year 870 to 901 AD in England and France. This is a relatively short Henty. It's only 7 hours and 40 minutes. And since it's about the Viking invasion, I often recommend it as a starter Henty for younger listeners, or as a first recording to listen to, just to get used to his style. The Saxons and Vikings fought many fierce battles in Britain in the 8th and 9th centuries. During the struggle, a 23-year-old man named Alfred ascended the throne and temporarily beat back the pagan hordes and concluded a peace treaty. Following another war in 878, peace was again achieved. The Danish King Guthrum accepted Christianity and withdrew to East Anglia, and Alfred the Great fortified cities, built a navy, codified laws, and revived learning among the Saxons until his death in AD 900. Alfred is the only British king to have the moniker the Great appended to his name. He really was an amazing king who strove to incorporate as much scripture as possible into the legal structure of England, all the way back in 900. The hero character is a young Saxon thane named Edmund, who fights the Danes, the Vikings, on land and in their own element, the sea, in his ship, the Dragon. At one point, he is carried by storms to the shores of Norway, where he defeats Sweyn the Viking in single combat. And one of the things I like about Henty is his ability to let you know what happened without being really gory. During the sword fight with Sweyn, Edmund brings his sword down on the wrist of Sweyn and severs his hand from his arm. So we know what happened, but without all the descriptions of blood and gore, we know that he cut his hand off. So after escaping from that situation, Edmund takes part in the siege of Paris on behalf of the Franks, which is just another name for the French, and tracks down his nemesis, Sweyn, in order to rescue from his clutches the Danish maiden that he wants to marry. When I recorded this book, I learned that the Vikings not only invaded England, they were all over Europe. They sailed into the Mediterranean. They raided the coast of North Africa. They were everywhere. And I didn't know about any of that until I read this book. It's a great story, and you'll learn a lot about the Viking invasion as I did. I've got an unabridged recording of the book, a study guide, and a vocabulary list available for this title. Get whichever you need right on this page.